Chess is more than a game. It's strategy, it's intelligence, it's friendship. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my channel. The game has just begun.
Hi chess friends, today I am here to show you one of the most beautiful game in the chess history. This game is one of the most famous, and you will understand the reason. This game was played by Levitsky and Marshall. Levitsky plays with the white pieces, Marshall with black pieces, and it's an amazing game. We can begin. d4, e6, e4, d5, knight c3, to defend this pawn, c5, knight f3, knight c6, e capture for d5, e capture for d5, and bishop e2, knight f6, castle by white, bishop e7, black prepares to castle, bishop g6, and now castle by black. We have d capture for c5 and bishop e6. Knight comes to d4, and now bishop capture for c5, knight capture for c5, for e6, pawn capture for e6. Bishop g4 to put pressure here on e6, and queen d6 to defend this pawn. Bishop h3, and now rook e8. We have this position where black stay better because his pieces are completely nice development, whereas white pieces are not so good. This rook is not working. This queen, it's not so bad, but it's not active queen, and this bishop on h3 is not so good because he is only putting pressure on e6, but e6 is nicely defended. So we have queen d2 and bishop b4 to pin this knight. Bishop capture for f6 to maybe to prevent some move like knight e4. Rook capture for f6, and now rook d1. We have queen c5, and now queen e2. So here black can capture a pawn. Marshall does it. Bishop capture for c3, pawn capture for c3, and queen capture for c3. We have rook capture for d5 in this position. Levitsky tried to find a way to gain a pawn. If black captures the pawn, queens can capture the rook, and this is completely winning for white, obviously, because here you have to play this rook f8, but follow bishop e7, e6, and this is checkmate because king h8 and queen f8. But Marshall obviously doesn't capture the rook, but plays the best move, knight d4 to attack the queen on e2. And now we have queen h5. This rook is attacked, so we have rook f8, and now Marshall has double up his rook on f file, and the white rook is hanging. So this is a terrible threat. If you move for example, rook here or rook here. This is so bad because comes rook for f2, and this is checkmate because rook for f2, queen e1, rook can come, has to come on f1, and this is checkmate. Here follows the best move, rook e1 to cover this. After rook capture for f2 to defend with the rook here, but after rook e5, black play another move, play rook h6, and this queen is attacked. And there is a problem. If you move the queen here, follow this knight f3 check, and after the king move, black can capture the rook. So here white after rook h6 has to play queen g5 to defend this rook, and here Marshall plays rook capture for h3. If you capture the rook, you lose because follows knight f3 check, you lose the queen. So obviously not the solution. And here we have rook c5, and this queen is attacked. And now you have to try to find the best move for black, and this move is the reason why this game is one of the most incredible chess game in the history, because here Marshall play queen g3, queen g3. I want to see again queen g3, and it's incredible. White has to prevent queen h2 checkmate, and to do it can capture with one of the pawn on with the queen. If you capture with the f pawn follows knight e2 check, you have to move the king here, and after rook f1 this is checkmate. So you can capture with the f pawn. If you capture with the h pawn after knight e2, this is checkmate. This rook control h1, so this is checkmate. You have only possibility, you have to capture with the queen. But after this follow knight, after queen f4 g3 follows knight e2 check, you have to move the king, and here follows knight for g3 check. You can capture with the f pawn, because follow rook for f1 checkmate, and the h pawn is pinned by the rook. So here you have to move the king again, and here follows knight capture for f1, and now you take the rook, king capture for h1, but now this knight is free, knight d2, and we have this position where black has knight up more, and this is completely winning for black. So after this move, queen g3, Levitsky resigns the game, and this is a real jewel of chess. And I hope this video enjoy you. Thank you very much for watching my video, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and see you soon with another video. Bye. Thank you.